All right, so if you're watching this video, you want to know if you should upgrade to the MV7 Plus. And I'm actually using the mic. I have it right here. I hate those videos where people get a product, they test it out, and then for 90% of the video, they're not using it. For the entirety of this video, I will be using the mic. So you guys know exactly what it sounds like. That being said, the original, the OG MV7 is a staple when it comes to broadcasting and streaming. It gives you that Shure sound, especially if you want the USB-C capability. Obviously, the biggest upgrade for the MV7 Plus is two things. Number one, they switched to USB-C versus micro USB, so it's easier to connect. And they have their MOTIV app. If you don't know what the MOTIV app is, it lets you do a lot of different settings changes to get this to sound exactly how you want it to sound, which is really great. There's a lot of software enhancements. So obviously we know this thing is popular and obviously we know it's good. So we're gonna go over what they changed. Is it really an upgrade? We're gonna answer some questions like, should you purchase it? Is it worth your money? Maybe there's another alternative, because there's a lot of competition when it comes to USB-C XLR mics out there, especially because this thing is running you $280, and that's kind of a steep price. So we're gonna make this super quick because I don't have time to waste. And if it's your first time here, my name's Fredo. I'm a hybrid athlete here in New York City. That means I run a box, I swim, do yoga, and I lift weights. And I'm a full-time content creator, and I test these solutions and I bring them to you. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so here we go. Quick unboxing of the Shure MV7 Plus. I went with the white one, as you can see, because I thought it'd be different. There you go, look at the box, all the specs. You see that MOTIV Mix app? That's important for you to get full functionality of this thing. We're gonna put that to the side, and here we go. Obviously, the first thing is you get the mic, and right off the bat, you can tell there's a couple things that they changed on this mic. First thing is gonna be this windscreen. This windscreen, I'm gonna push it here. It has an additional amount of space in between here. If I take it off, it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer because they wanna give it that more Shure SM7B look. Here's the capsule right here. This is all metal construction. It feels premium, I'll say that. You got the Shure logo right there. You've got your metal. You got the ability to tighten this right here. You can swing it. It's made out of metal. Everything here is metal. The yoke mount is metal. I think the yoke mount is identical. Obviously on the back here, you see it says MV7 Plus, and you have the USB-C right there. This USB-C thing is kind of recessed. When I first got it, I thought mine might be defective because it's kind of just like pushed in there. You have to make sure you have the appropriate USB-C cable. You have your headphone monitoring, your XLR output. And then obviously right here, you have this touch-enabled capacitive LED bar. When you plug this in via USB, this lights up in any color you want. There's like a million colors that you can actually control via the MOTIV app box. You get a little adapter, obviously, so you can put it in your mic stand. You want to put this with the cutouts facing you so you can adjust it with a screwdriver so it doesn't get stuck. And in the box, you also get a USB-C to USB-C cable. This is not the one that came in the box. I actually left it at my girlfriend's house, but I'm filming this at my studio, so this is the one you get to see. So yeah, that's what you get inside the Shure MV7. That's a quick unboxing and an overview. Now let's see what it sounds like. And I don't want to be that guy who bores people reading the specs off the box, so I'm just going to give you my opinions and answer those questions. So pros and cons of this microphone. The pros is that it's super easy to plug and play with any device you have that's USB-C. Whether that's your MacBook, whether that's your DJI Pocket Osmo 3, whether that's your iPad, whatever USB-C device you have, your Android phone, whatever it is, you can easily, your iPhone is USB-C as well, you can easily connect this and get really good sounding audio out the box. The second pro is the MOTIV app. The MOTIV app gives you so much control over what you sound like, which if you know what you're doing is a game changer. Me personally, there's not too many cons when it comes to this. Number one, I don't like this windscreen. I think it's cheap. They could have went with a higher quality windscreen. Even though it looks more SM7B, a lot of people are just gonna buy the SM7B one and put it on here. I think that's a smart move. Second is that capacitive button, which you can't see right now. The capacitive button, you can accidentally tap it. I've accidentally tapped it and muted myself when I was talking. And then the other con is that some of these features are only available when you're in USB-C mode, like the LED light. So now it's just a regular microphone with no mute capability. I would hope there's no mute capability. There's not. I can see it on my screen right now. So question number one, is it really an upgrade? Well, the answer is no, especially if you already have the OG MV7 that has micro USB. You're not really changing that cable and plugging it in and out. Once it's set up, it's set up. So for $280, it's not really worth the upgrade unless you really like the touch sensor LED. That's the real physical change here. And it looks cool, but it's not $280 worth of cool. Now, if you don't have any MV7, you don't have any USB-C mic, and you want to invest in a quality mic with really good DSP so you can tweak it to whatever you want it to sound like, the MOTIV app is amazing. Especially if you have $280 burning a hole in your pocket, then yeah, go for this. And again, I've said this a million times in my old videos, if you want a Shure SM7, if you want that Shure sound and that Shure aesthetic, go for that Shure sound, Shure aesthetic. You're not going to regret it. Don't try to cheap out and get something else that maybe might sound the way you want. Just get Shure. This brand has been around for a while, and obviously that's why people trust and love their products. That being said, if you're on a budget, it's going to break break your wallet, don't get this mic. There's a lot of cheaper options out there like the Maano and tons of other brands that have USB-C XLR capabilities with RGB lights that are going to sound just as good. Here's another USB-C mic that I have with me. It's also USB-C XLR. This one is from a company called Maano. They sent me this one. It also has like an LED light. It has actual adjustable controls on here. It doesn't have the DSP, the digital signal processing from like the MOTIV app, but it's way cheaper. Essentially, they have the same functionality. You don't have the same aesthetic, but here's an alternative that is cheaper. And there's a million of these USB-C XLR combo mics that you can get. So honestly, the competition is fierce. There's a lot of budget options that just most people are going to gravitate to because everybody wants to save a buck. Even though you want the aesthetic of this one's not bad either. And again, sound is subjective, so to each their own, so be aware of that. I'm not telling you that this is the best microphone, isn't the best microphone. You've been listening to this whole video, so you know what I sound like. Realistically, this mic isn't really a physical upgrade. It's a software-based upgrade based off the MOTIV app, which is available for a couple of their microphones and their audio interface, that MV2XU. Which I'm thinking about getting. So yeah, I hope that answered all your questions when it comes to the MV7 Plus. If you have any questions, leave them below. I read 100% of the comments you guys leave and respond to 70% of them. Like, comment, subscribe, watch some other videos on my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Real quick, this pop screen, I do not like it. I feel like if you can see it right here, it's hard to tell, but there's like a line, like a space that's always there. When I got this out the box, it was kind of like, it's really squished and messed up. It's been sitting out for a while and it's got its shape back, but still it doesn't sit perfectly. I wish this had some type of like magnetic connection on there. Mics in 2024 have come a long way, so you really can get a good sound out of most mics. But if you want the signal processing, you see this one? This one has like a lip right there. Kind of sits nice and flush. This one never sits flush, doesn't matter what I do.